the United States, corn whiskey is actually a distinctive thing that's different than bourbon. So bourbon by law has to be made in the U.S. or one of the U.S. territories. It has to be at least 51% corn and aged in a brand new charred oak barrel. When it comes to corn whiskey actually has a higher minimum threshold. So corn whiskey in the U.S. has to be at least 80% corn. And then it cannot use a new charred oak barrel for aging. Because if you use a new charred oak barrel, for us, it would make it bourbon. So when you use used barrels or toasted barrels or, some different unique barrels, it gives some really cool different flavors that you don't see with bourbon. But it also makes it pretty distinctively different because bourbon is so well known for having that big, bold oak profile that you don't get when you use toasted or used barrels.
When people think corn, I think a lot of people think yellow corn. But my favorite things that you do don't use yellow corn. Can you tell us about that?
One of the things when we were getting into making whiskey is I had no idea how many different species of corn there are. I mean, there's literally tens of thousands of different species of corn. Corn naturally comes in every color of the rainbow. In fact, there's naturally occurring rainbow colored corns, and really, really fascinating. And through our experimentation and exploring whiskey from other producers, what we've really found is corn is actually a lot like grapes. And the fact if you use different species, you can really get some unique, distinctive flavors from these different species. And it's been really fun to explore that over the last decade plus now.
You actually pay farmers to plant the types of corn that you want so you can make the whiskey. And then little people like me like to go to the farm and say, well, you're making that for Robert. Could you sell me some of those very fun purple and reds and blue corns?
It's one of those things that because they're so rare, some of these corns, we really haven't had a lot of experience of like, what do these things taste like, whether they're food or drink, and being able to explore those flavors. And, with you being able to explore those flavors together has been one of the most fun parts about this journey that we've done at Ironroot. But I know with you too, we've had a lot of fun over the years exploring the different corns. And, I still tell everybody the Bloody Butcher corn grits that you guys made is probably one of my favorite versions of grits I've ever had in my life.
Me too. I just love that.